It's said that under the world's seas lies $60 billion in treasure. If only you can get your hands on it and get to keep it.
I love gold!
The fleet should never have been on the high seas. On the 4th of October 1622, one of the richest fleets ever sent by Spain to the Americas smashed into a killer hurricane. The Atocha and its $400 million of treasure crashed onto a sandbank. The Margarita hit the shore, and 2 more ships slipped into a watery grave far out to sea. Gold and silver to the tune of 1.5 million pieces of 8 vanished. And there they lay forgotten off southeast Florida until Mel Fisher discovered the Atocha and Margarita off Key West, and years later Greg Stem and Seahawk found and explored the Buen Jesus y Nuestra Senora del Rosario at a mighty depth of 400 meters off the Tortugas Islands in the Straits of Florida. You'd think they all ended up rich, but no, finders keepers turned into finders weepers. In the end, all these pioneer explorers won the day. But Mel Fisher had to go to court 112 times over 16 years to beat the state of Florida. Seahawk fought the Securities and Exchange Commission, which convinced itself the Tortugas wreck never even existed. It was a manufactured invention, they said, salted with fines from the Atocha to pump up investors. 6 years later, Seahawk won too. At the helm of Odyssey Marine Exploration, Greg Stem later orchestrated the recovery of the biggest haul of coins in history. The Nuestra Senora de las Mercedes was discovered at a colossal depth of 1,100 meters off Portugal. This time they lost. The US court forced them to hand over 594,000 silver and gold coins to Spain. It was the highest profile case of lost, found and lost shipwrecked treasure ever. Now, all these incredible stories are the backdrop to a new novel that lifts the lid on the search for sunken treasure and the forces of law that try to block them. Based on his real experiences straddling the world of treasure and science, Sean Kingsley's Finders Keepers has been called a true treasure of the deep by the master of adventure novels, Dirk Hustler. What's Finders Keepers about? Well, one lazy summer, a London aristocrat at a loose end, all-conquering US surfers, a hot-headed Andalusian computer whiz kid, and a shy Oxford scholar party down America's East Coast. Born on different sides of the tracks, an obsession with the most southerly madcap town throws them together. Key West is the end of the line. In the town that never judges, they dream of eternal sunshine, escaping the grind of life and the burden of family expectation. A chance encounter with a gnarled treasure hunter spinning dreams of sunken Spanish ships and pieces of 8 casts a spell over Nicola, Zach, Alona, Mitch and Roddy. The friends jettison their plans. In place of the lure of cheap beer, sun, surf, nudity, literature and blowing the whistle on environmental disaster, fishing trawlers bulldozing the deep, the enchanted drifters find a greater thrill chasing a long-lost Spanish galleon. Somewhere below the Straits of Florida lies a cut of over $250 million. If only the wreck will give up its secrets. Treasure soon turns into the worst kind of trouble. Key West's wreck hunters claim finders keepers. Spain warns the looters to keep their hands off Madrid's royal property. From Miami and Key West to Marseille, Seville and London, finders keepers is a hunt for personal and historic truths. Finders Keepers has also been called a collision between temptation, addiction and mystery that will haunt you long after you've put the book down. And a bravado performance that has movie written all over it. Finding treasure is easy, keeping it a deadly art. Don't miss Finders Keepers, out now.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.